everyone, Alvin here, Jameson's Repair Shop. I gotta watch my step. There's a lot of parts for this old Bronco here. And that's what I'm here to talk about, is this Ford Bronco. Now, there's been people that follow my channel all the time. They've heard me talk about this Ford Bronco. They've seen me replace the engine in this Ford Bronco. When I bought it, and there's a little bit of an interesting story on that. I was sitting by the pool in, where were we? Cancun, Mexico, one of the resorts down there. And this sucker popped up on buy and sell, or the marketplace here in Saskatchewan. So I basically bought this vehicle with no engine, without even seeing it other than pictures from poolside in Cancun, Mexico. Anyhow, that's kind of the backstory. I have done a couple of videos on this Bronco over the past couple of years since I've had it. One was replacing the engine, and then I did cover the Marty report, because I do like to get the Marty report for any vehicles that I pick up that are Fords. And this vehicle here, and if you're interested, go back and watch, and I go through the whole thing about what's in the Marty report. But it is an interesting vehicle, that which I didn't know at the time, is that it's one of 72 or 73 built. And the reason for that is it's the trim and color combination. So the trim on this one originally had a blue front bench seat, which was optional for this year. So if you wanted the bench seat, you had to actually buy it optional, because they came with bucket seats and a console. So fortunately, over the years, the rear seat for this vehicle survived. I have to say, it is in really nice shape. There's no rips or anything in it. It's nice and soft still, the vinyl, really nice. But the front seat took a beating, like most of them have. Now, there's a company in, I believe it's Washington State. It might be Oregon, I just forget now. I think it's called SMS. They actually sell a seat that's exactly the same as the original. That's the only place I can find that sell the original pattern for this, this type of Bronco. So anyway, what we're going to be doing with this Bronco, we're going to be rebuilding it. Now, if you've been with me, following me for a long time, you know that I like to build my own body parts. The old Thunderbirds, I build my own body parts for them. Mainly because they were, for me in Saskatchewan here, to get them, the shipping is incredibly high. And it's just, it's hard to justify paying as much for shipping as you're buying the part for, especially quarter panels. However, this guy right here, I was able to get quarter panels for this, like 2 quarter panels for less than $1,100 shipped to my place. So I bought them. So what I'm going to be doing with this, I'm going to be replacing parts with aftermarket parts. I had this Bronco stuffed full of parts. So I have a new gas tank, I have 2 quarter panels, I have the dog legs for the doors, I have new the inner fenders. And what else did I buy for it? Oh, I bought 1 door skin. Now, brings me to the door skins. But the doors on this Bronco have been beaten up a little bit. This Bronco was repainted once. It's an original color though. It's the Wimbledon white. But the doors have been tampered a bit with some, and there's some rust on the bottom of the doors. There's some rust in the rear bed support right here. It's on this side mainly, but if it's on that side, well, you know, it's going to be on that side too. So yeah, I don't know how far I want to take this restoration. I know that the quarter panels and the dog legs and the doors, all that kind of stuff, are going to have to be dealt with. The engine hood, I have a spare engine hood for it. This one here started to rust in the back seam. The engine hood was actually off the vehicle when I got it. It may have been sitting in conditions that weren't so desirable for it, but it rusted out where the right side hinge was, the mounts were gone completely. So I do have a spare engine hood, so I'll be putting that on. And it's a proper one. It's a 78, 79 engine hood. And the way you can tell that is because that's where they put the Ford emblems, like the Ford, F-O-R-D, on the front. And before that, they were in the grill. But 78, 79 were a different hood, or drilled different for the emblems. So I talked about the seats and why it's one of 72, 73, whatever it is. But it also has a few other options on it. This Bronco had the tow package in it, the heavy duty tow package. So in theory, it should have an emblem down here. It didn't come with the spare tire rack, though I do have one, and I'm kind of on the fence of should I put it in or should I not? If I put it in, I got to find inner brackets because all I have is the carrier out here, but I don't have the inner brackets. And this would be the time to do it while the quarter panels are off. But I'm going to think more about that. This one came with the GT bar. It's not a roll bar. It's just a decorative thing that Ford put in. Makes them look sportier. It came with the sport wheel. It came with the optional 400 engine. And it's an AC vehicle, but I may, if I take this vehicle to the limit, like if I go on a full-on restoration with it, I may go with a vintage air conditioning because I really like what they've done there, especially for these dent side trucks. They've got a really nice kit. So I'm not sure there. This is a Ranger XLT, by the way. I should mention that. This is for people that are coming on board now. And if you're just coming on board, thank you for coming on board. The mirrors that are on it right now are the wrong mirrors. These came with West Coast mirrors, the long ones, the long brackets, and they stuck out. It came with the aluminum wheels, the optional wheels for this. Not the slotted ones, but the ones with the holes in them. So we talked a lot about the vehicle. What's the first step in this restoration of this old Bronco? Well, we'll have to pull the seat out, all the interior, the carpeting, well, from the GT bar back. I want to keep this vehicle mobile. I need to move in and out of the garage every now and then until the time comes when I want to pull the engine back out and do some work to it. The oil pan that's on this engine, it's a 400 engine. The oil pan is the wrong engine, wrong oil pan. It's for two-wheel drive, and that's what that engine came out of. It was a one-ton two-wheel drive truck. These four-wheel drives need a different oil pan, and I have one. I found one. It needs a so I'll need to put that on. It has a oil pickup tube is different, the dipstick is different, and the pan is different. So if you're looking at doing one of these and you're swapping out an engine, you find a great buy on an engine, just remember you still will need to get that oil pan if it's not already on it. What else is there? The tailgate will have to come off, the bumper will have to come off. Probably that hitch, because I need to do the work underneath the bed support here at the back. This vehicle, if I didn't mention it, as far as the floor goes, the only place that has a rust spot is in the driver's side floor pan. And it's got a strip about this long. Now, when you get in there, it's always more. I'm not gonna try to trick myself into thinking it's less. There's always more when it comes to rust. What it looks like is not always what it is. But anyway, we won't be worrying about making panels for this sucker because I bought them. So we'll be doing the right side and the left side quarter panels, the dog legs up at the doors. The doors, I have there's a guy that is about 25 kilometers east of here. He specializes in dent side pickup trucks or even Broncos. So he's been going around the countryside here in Saskatchewan, and it's very popular. These were very popular at one time, these dent sides in Saskatchewan. And he's been gathering up as many as he can get, and he sells the parts. So I know for a fact that he has good door shells, really good ones. They aren't going to be cheap, and I don't blame him. I mean, you go to buy a reproduction door shell that you'll probably have to modify. It's for me to buy that door shell, it's going to be over $1,000, close to $1,100 by the time I get it shipped to me. All right, so if you're interested in seeing more of this old Bronco, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. It really helps my channel grow. I would appreciate it. I don't often ask that, but I feel at times by not asking, I'm getting left behind. I do get constant flow of subscribers, but I don't advertise myself. I don't think I put myself out there enough. So I'm doing that. I'm putting myself out there. I feel awkward about asking you to subscribe, but if you feel you're going to want to watch more, then subscribe. Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone, and looking forward to seeing you in my next videos.